द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। सुप्तिपूर्वक्षणे बुद्धिवृत्तिर्या सुखबिम्बिता सैव तद्बिम्बसहिता लीनानन्दमयस्ततः। The Vijnanamaya Kosha in the dormant form itself is the Anandamaya Kosha. So for which illustration was given, that of the ghee, the melted ghee and the solid ghee. Yesterday I have seen the solid ghee is in the place of Vijnanamaya Kosha, or Vijnanamaya Kosha is in the place of solid ghee, and the Anandamaya Kosha is in the place of liquid ghee. What is the reason for this? Some people thought the other way. Let the liquid ghee be the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Not liquid ghee is not Vijnanamaya Kosha. Let it be in the place of Vijnanamaya Kosha. And the other one, what is that? Anandamaya Kosha, let it be solid ghee. No, not that way. Why? Because the solid ghee has got form. Liquid ghee has no form. Anandamaya Kosha has no particular form. Form in the sense, particularized knowledge is not there. In Vijnanamaya Kosha, you have got the knowledge of this and that of the Vishya. Vishayakara vritti jnana is there in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. You have the knowledge of different things corresponding to the different objects. The particularized knowledge is there in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, whereas in the Anandamaya Kosha is a state of ignorance. There is no particular form. I hope now it's okay, no? So there is a logic behind in saying that the Vijnanamaya Kosha corresponds to in the Drishtanta, the solid ghee, whereas the Anandamaya Kosha corresponds to the liquid ghee without the form. Okay. Now, that Vilinavasthaha Anandamayaha, that is explained in this 64th stanza, like this. Suptipurvakshaneya buddhivrittihi sukhabimbita. Suptipurvakshane means just before going to sleep. That we have said. Just before, not there is no gap as such. Just before going to sleep, whatever the buddhivritti, which was antarmukha, which was introvert of the person who got tired and who is now lying down to sleep on the bed, and therefore that sorrow is dispelled off. The sorrow after the exertion that means he took to whole the day, that is now not whole day, waking state. That is better. During the waking state, that is dispelled off, and now the antakarana vritti has become introvert. And introvert antakarana vritti, what is that? Sukha pratibimba is there because of the mrudushaya, etc., soft bed, etc. There is the ananda, which is actually Swarupa Bhuta Atma Anda, but on account of Vishayas, it is reflected there in that particular vritti. And that vritti, with this Sukha, it is introvert. Okay? That Buddhi vritti, whatever the Antakarana vritti, which is Sukha Bimbita, in which the Sukha Pratibimba is there. Reflection as it were of, why you have to say reflection as it were? Otherwise you will imagine. Like mirror is there, you are there. You are different from mirror, and your image is there, and reflection is there in the mirror. Not that way. So this is because it is a mithya adhyasa. So therefore, as it were, in that chitta vritti, buddhi vritti, sukha pratibimba yukta bhavati. Sukha bimbita means sukha pratibimba yukta bhavati. This was told earlier in stanza 44. If you have forgotten, you can refer to stanza 44. How that vritti is introvert was told in the earlier stanza, that is 44. Okay. Same thing is referring. That vritti, what happens now to that vritti? Tataha. Tataha means thereafter. Once that vritti has become introvert, wherein the sukha is reflected, thereafter tataha. Tad bimba sahita. Tad bimba sahita. Tad pratibimba sahita. What is that tat? Sukha Pratibimba Sahita, along with the reflection of that Sukha which is there in that particular introvert Vritti, Antarmukha Vritti, Tad Bimba Sahita, Sa Eva. Sa Eva means that Antarmukha Buddhi Vritti Eva. Verily, that Buddhi Vritti, that Vritti which is introvert, means that's not different Vritti, the same Vritti which was introvert, what happens to that? Leena Anandamayaha Koshaha Bhavati. Leena, Leena means Vilina, means dormant. It becomes dormant now. When he was about to sleep, that Vritti was not dormant. It was very clearly manifest. Now that Vritti becomes dormant, Vilina, it gets merged. Paramatmanam Dhavet was told, that has to be kept in mind, that way. So, that means that why that Shrama of Triputi is there. I experiencing this Sukha, that also that exertion is there. One doesn't want to take to that. He wants to get totally resolved in the Paramananda. So therefore, Tat Bimba Sahita means that Tat Sukha Pratibimba Sahita, the Sa Eva Vritti, very same Vritti, not any other Vritti. Leena, Vilina, Anandamayaha means it is called as Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamayaha Tikakara. Iti Abhidhiyate is called. Now it is called as Anandamaya. Earlier what was the name? Vijnanamaya. So therefore, Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha, these are not totally different things. So one is the effect, other is the cause. There is an interlink between these two. That is why, even though the Vijnanamaya Kosha with the experiencer, etc., Triputis has resolved, the same things are there in the Anandamaya Kosha in the Sukshma form. Vilina means they are in the very subtle, unmanifest form, not clearly manifest form. Clearly manifest form comes in the state of Vijnanamaya Kosha, when the person awakes. So they are in such a state. Means, what is the nature of Anandamaya Kosha is now pointed out. Having pointed out, the very same Anandamaya Kosha gets the status of the rememberer on waking up in the form of Vijnanamaya Kosha, not as the Anandamaya Kosha only. The very same Anandamaya Kosha in the waking state, in the form of Vijnanamaya Kosha, gets the status of rememberer. Whereas in the Anandamaya Kosha, what was he? Experiencer. So, to show the status of being the rememberer in the waking state as Vijnanamaya Kosha, the experience of Anandamaya Kosha, of this Brahmananda in the deep sleep state is first pointed out, so that the same one with the when manifested as the Vijnanamaya Kosha becomes the rememberer. So, your problem will be solved now. What was your problem, the Purapaksha? See, look, I slept well, I did not know anything is at the level of Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay? And therefore Vijnanamaya Kosha alone should undergo the experience. He doesn't undergo experience, therefore he should not be able to remember. So we had pointed out, experience is at the level of the Anandamaya Kosha. No, now both are resolved. So listen. So therefore Tika you take. Evam Anandamaya Swarupam means Anandamaya Kosha Swarupam. Anandamaya Swarupam means Anandamaya Kosha Swarupam Pradarsha Tasyaiva Prabodhakale Vijnanamaya Rupena Smartrutva Siddhaye Tadanim Sukhanubhavam Upapadayati. Evam, in this manner, in the last two, three stanzas, earlier three stanzas. Yes, 62, 63, 64. In these three stanzas, Evam, Anandamaya Kosha Swarupam Pradarsha. Pradarsha, having shown the Swarupa, the nature of Anandamaya Kosha. So far, what exactly the nature of Anandamaya Kosha was shown in the earlier three stanzas. Having shown, Tasya eva prabodhakale. Tasya, come on, tell me what is that Tasya? Anandamaya Kosha. Tasya eva, of that very Anandamaya Kosha only, Prabodhakale at the time of waking. Prabodhakale Vijnanamaya Rupena Smartrutva Siddhaye. Siddhaye, to show or to prove that Smartrutva, the status of that status as rememberer. When Prabodhakale waking up, how? Vijnanamaya Rupena. Not in the form of Anandamaya Kosha. In the form of Vijnanamaya means Vijnanamaya Kosha Rupena. Vijnanamaya Kosha Rupena. In that form, so to show it the Anandamaya Kosha, the status of the rememberer for the Anandamaya Kosha. So what is to be pointed out? The Anubhava is to be pointed out, then only the remembrance will be there. So therefore, Tadanim means Nidravasthayam or Anandamaya Koshavasthayam. In the state of Anandamaya Kosha, or in other words, in the state of deep sleep. So Tadanim, then Tadanim means in the state of deep sleep or Anandamaya Kosha. Sukhanubhavam upapadayati. Upapadayati, he establishes the Anubhava of Sukha. What Sukha? Brahmananda. Brahman, Advaya, the Triputis are not there, Advaya is there. That Sukha, that Anubhavam upapadayati, that experience he establishes. Antarmukhoya Anandamayo Brahma Sukham Tada. Bhungte Chidbimba Yukta Bhiradnyanotpanna Vrittibhihi. Yaha Antarmukhaha Saha Adhyahara add Saha Anandamayaha Koshaha. You can add again Koshaha. Anandamayaha Koshaha Bhavati. Bhavati also Adhyahara. Yaha Antarmukhaha Saha to be added. Anandamayaha Koshaha Bhavati. Tada Brahma Sukham Chidbimba Yuktabhihi. Sandhi breaking. Adnyanotpanna Vrittibhi. Chidbimba Yuktabhihi. Adnyanotpanna Vrittibhi. Bhungte. Now means Anandamaya Kosha undergoes the experience of this Brahma Sukha Brahmanda. Yaha, the one who is Antarmukhaha. The one who is introvert, means that Buddhi Vritti which is introvert, with the Vishaya Sukha, introvert. Saha means the very same after the this Vilinatva, after being dissolved, being dormant. Anandamayaha means just he recapitulates what he has told earlier, just to make, that means to show the experience of the Brahmanda. So Saha, that same is Anandamayaha, the one who is Antarmukhaha. Saha Anandamayaha means Anandamaya Koshaha Bhavati. Who is it Anandamayaha? See, the Tikakara explains further this thing. He says, this is Sukha Pratibimba Sahitantar Mukhadhi Vritti Janita Samskara Sahita Jnanopadhikaha Yaha Anandamayaha. Okay? Too long phrase to gulp down, is it not? Let us see. We'll take it as exercise. You see, you should not get frightened by this. If you split it, nothing is there. If you take into individual phrases, it gets resolved. You'll see an example we can take this. But first, try to read first, okay? Then, if you don't get what will happen. Sukha pratibimba sahitantar mukhadhi vritti janita samskara sahita jnanopadhikaha yaha anandamaya. Yaha anandamaya koshaha. The one who is Anandamaya Kosha. Okay, now it's an easy trick how to split and understand this. What you do is, you go backwards now. Don't start from Sukha Pratibimba Sahita Antarmukha etc. No, you go backward. Yaha Anandamaya. This much you understand or not? The one who is Anandamaya Kosha. Who is that guy? Ajnanopadhikaha. Go backward. Just one word. Saha, that one is Ajnanopadhikaha. Do you understand or not? One who has Ajnana as the Upadhi. One who is conditioned by the Upadhi of Ajnana. Any difficulty? No. Okay. Now what type of, that means, yes. What type of Upadhi it is? That Ajnana Upadhi? It is Samskara Sahita Jnanopadhika. That Upadhi is Samskara Sahita. Huh? Sahita, you correct it. Rahita is there? No, it should be Sahita. No, it should be Sahita. It will be ulta. सहित को रहित कर दिया तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. Sahita. Samskara, otherwise no link will be there. How can you say the Lina? You can't say Lina Vritti. Sahita. That horizontal line must be missing there. Okay, just the Sakara. Okay. That is Kidrishaha Ajnanopadikaha Samskara Sahitaha Ajnanopadikaha. So what type of the Ajnanopadikaha belonging to Ajnanopadi? Samskara Sahitaha. That Ajnanopadi which is endowed with the Samskara. Okay. So the question is Kidrishaha Samskaraha. What type of Samskara? This is Antarmukha Dhi Vritti Janita Samskara. The Samskaras which are Janita, born of Antarmukha Dhi Vritti, born of the Antakarana Vritti which is introvert, wherein Sukha Pratibimba is there. That is to be taken from the earlier. Okay. Now, Kaya Vrittya Janita Samskaraha. By what type of Vritti that Samskara is born? Antarmukha Dhi Vrittya. Antarmukha Dhi Vrittya Janitaha Samskaraha. That is, that Samskara is born by a Vritti which is Antarmukha. Antarmukha Dhi Vritti Taya. Okay. Also, now question is, Kidrishi Antarmukha Dhi Vritti. What type of Antarmukha Dhi Vritti it is? With its nature is told by Sukha Pratibimba Sahita. The Antarmukha Dhi Vritti which is endowed with the Pratibimba reflection of Sukha. Abba. Any difficulty? See, if you split it, there is no difficulty. Because you get one way. But complete at one stretch. It doesn't go below the neck, the throat at all. Okay? That's right. Sukha Pratibimba Sahita, that means the Anandamaya Kosha, which has got the Upadhi of Ajnana. That Ajnana, which is coupled with the Samskaras, the impressions, Samskaras, impressions, the impressions of the introvert Buddhi Vritti, impressions born of introvert Buddhi Vritti, which is endowed with Sukha Pratibimba. Means actually what was told earlier, that process of sleep, that Vritti which was just before the sleep, now it is Vilina, it is the dormant form. Means everything is intact but it is not in the manifest form. It is in the unmanifest form, dormant form, the seed form. So that is what is that Anandamaya Kosha. That Saha Anandamaya Kosha. What does it, he experiences? Again, when you say Saha Anandamaya Kosha, what we mean is the Jiva exclusively conditioned by Anandamaya Kosha. Otherwise, Anandamaya Kosha of itself, can it experience? Any koshas of their own accord, can they experience? Why not? Jadam. They are inert. Without the Chaitanya, Jivatva being there, there is not Chidabhasa without being there, it is not possible. We take for granted because can there be a kosha without the Chaitanya? No. One kosha can be there. Without Chidabhasa. Annamaya Kosha without Chidabhasa possible or not? When Ramnam Satthay on 2 bamboo sticks, you know what? When the person dies and carried on 2 bamboo sticks, I hope Westerners will understand the example. When the person is dead, you know, he is put on 2 bamboo sticks and tied. This frame, that frame work is made and carried on the shoulder to the crematorium. So that is what called. And they chant Ram Nam. Whole lifelong, even if they don't chant at that time, that is, at least that is good. Some punya will go to that person. Okay, that's all. They say Ram Nam Satthay. You know that North India, that is that. This is that. So Ram Nam Satthay, they say. Okay, that's fine. At least at that time they chant that. So when the person is dead, Annamaya Kosha, what is that? Annamaya Kosha is there without the Suksha Sharira. Suksha Sharira is not there, means Chidabhasa is not there. So that's okay, that's fine. So we are talking, but experience means Chidabhasa is taken for granted. Tada, at that time, Brahma Sukham Chid Bimba Yuktabhi Ajnanotpanna Vrittibhi Bhunte. Brahma Sukham Bhunte. That Jiva with exclusive Anandamaya Kosha Bhunte Anubhavati experiences. Bhunte Anubhavati. What does he experience? Brahma Sukham, Brahmanandam. Kaihi Bhunte. With what instrument does he experience? That is told. Chid Bimba Yuktabhi Ajnanotpanna Vrittibhi. With these vrittis. What are those vrittis? Ajnanotpanna Vrittibhi. The vrittis which are born of Ajnana. But not just like that, because these vrittis born of Ajnana means Anandamaya Kosha will be inert in nature. Therefore it says Chid Bimba Yuktabhi. Chid Bimba Yuktabhi means Chidabhasa Sahitabhihi Ajnanat Utpannabhihi Sukhadi Gocharabhihi Vrittibhihi. Lot of bhi there, like bham, bham, all in this instrumental plural, okay? By these. So, therefore, what are those? Chid Bimba Yuktabhi, the vrittis which are imbued, endowed with Chidabhasa. Chid Bimba means Chidabhasa, reflected Chaitanya. Okay. From where are they born? Ajnanotpanna Vrittibhi, born of Ajnanat Utpannabhi, which are born of Ajnana, Anandamaya Kosha. Sukhadi Gocharabhi, which objectifies or which makes you experience Sukha Adi. What is Adi? Ajnana, because the context is of sleep and the Anandamaya Kosha. So therefore, so Sukhadi, Sukha and Ajnana. So which vrittibhi, so what does it do? Tada, at the time of sleep, this jiva with the exclusive Anandamaya Kosha as the upadi, Brahma Sukham Bhunte. What is Brahma Sukham? Swarupa Bhutam Sukham. The Sukha, the Ananda which is one's own real nature. Bhunte, he experiences. Okay, he experiences. Okay, that's first. Means now what is established? Anandamaya Kosha in its dormant form, in the sleep, what does it do? Experiences the Brahma Sukha Brahmananda. So now the question is, earlier this question was put, if he experiences, why does he not experience like any experience in the waking state? In the waking state, whatever that is experienced is very clearly experienced as I experience this with the triputis. With the trios of experiencer, experienced and the experience. Why does he not experience like that in the deep sleep state? Which was earlier asked and answer was given. The experiencer himself resolves in the deep sleep state. With the triputis resolve, that means all the triputis resolve. Same thing is now further elaborated in the light of better explanation. Means he has developed the subject matter now further. In the light of the further development of the subject matter, he gives the answer which was in nutshell told as the experiencer has resolved. He says now, look, tika. Nanu tarhi jagarane iva idanim sukham anubhavami in inverted comma it abhimanaha kuto na syat ityashankya avidyavrittinam buddhivrittivat spashtatvabhavat spashtatvasya abhavat spashtatvabhavat ityabhiprayena aha. Subsequent stanza. Nandu in that case, means that doubt is raised. What is that matarhi? In that case, what is that in that case? If Anandamaya Kosha undergoes the experience of the Sukha Adi in the deep sleep state, means in that what Jiva undergoes his experience, in that case, he says, as Jagarane Iva, as in the case of waking state. What is that? You see, in the case of waking state, how do you experience anything? He gives a sample. Idanim Sukham Anubhavami. Now I am experiencing the joy, Sukham. Suppose you are eating something, or you are listening to music, etc., or whatever that is desirable to you, undergoing that, you are indulging that in that particular sense object. Now I am enjoying. This is the waking state experience. Like that, Jagarane iva, like the waking state experience, namely, Idani, now, Sukham Anubhavami, I experience the Sukha, the joy. Iti, like this, Abhimanaha kutaha na syat. In the deep sleep state, when the Anandamaya Kosha is undergoing the experience, iti abhimanaha, such abhimana, such identification, why does it not take place? Kutaha na syat. What is the reason? Kasmat karanat na syat. Because of what reason does it not take place? Iti ashankya. Having doubted, he says, this is the reason. Answer is, keeping in mind this answer, the subsequent this stanza is given. Avidya vrittina means in the deep sleep state, avidya vrittinam buddhi vrittivat spashtatva bhavat. See, in the waking state, antakarana vrittis, buddhi vrittis are there. In the deep sleep state, when the exclusively Anandamaya Kosha is there, these antakarana vrittis are not present there. But what are those? Avidya vrittis. Avidya vrittis means they are some subtle vrittis, sukshma vrittis. That Advaita stanza also points out, that is, chidbimba yukta bhi ajnanotpanna vritti means in the deep sleep state there are certain sukshma vrittis. So what do you think? Only because antakarana vrittis are not there? Oh, there are no vrittis. Vrittis are there, but those vrittis are quite different from these vrittis, because these vrittis are clear and manifest. These means what? Which are available in the antakarana, either in the waking state or in the dream state. They are quite clear and manifest, whereas these are very sukshma, very subtle vrittis. So therefore, that is avidya vrittinam. Those avidya vrittis which are subtle vrittis, buddhi vrittivat spashtatva bhavat. Like the buddhi vritti, the antakarana vrittis which are available in the waking state or in the dream state, spashtatva bhavat, they having no spashtatvasya bhavat, because of the abhava, the absence of the spashtatva, the clarity. That means clarity means clear manifestation like the antakarana vritti, like the clarity as in terms of, as in the case of buddhi vritti, that abhava being because of absence of that, iti abhiprayena. Therefore what happens? I experience the sleep, this abhimana, this notion is not possible, because the vrittis are very, very subtle. That expression is not possible. At the same time, after waking up, memory is certainly there. So that was the answer he gives to this Purapaksha. Why does he not experience that I am experiencing the deep state of Ananda? The reason is this. Ajnana vrittaya sukshma vispashta buddhi vrittayaha इति वेदांत सिद्धांत पारगाः प्रवदन्ति। अज्ञानवृत्तयः सूक्ष्माः भवन्ति, भवन्ति can be added there. बुद्धिवृत्तयः विस्पष्टाः भवन्ति इति वेदांत सिद्धांत पारगाः प्रवदन्ति हि, प्रवदन्ति हि। This is the fact, because of which are available during the deep sleep state in terms of Anandamaya Kosha. They are Sukshmaha, they are subtle. Subtle means they are not as clear as the earlier ones. Whereas in contrast to this, Buddhi Vrittayaha, the Antakarana Vrittis which are available in the waking state or in the dream state, Buddhi Vrittayaha, Vispashtaha, very clear. They are very clear, whereas these are very obscure. They are very subtle, very subtle. Vispashtaha. Iti. So, who told you like this? From where did you get this? Says iti. So, Vedanta Siddhanta Paragaha. Vedanta Siddhantasya Paramgataha. Those who have thoroughly studied the Vedanta Siddhanta, means Vedanta Siddhanta Kushalaha. Those are adept in the Vedanta Siddhanta. What exactly Vedanta has to convey? Those who are past masters in that. Pravadantihi, they certainly, Pravadanti, they say, he, which is Prasiddha. Who are these guys? Who are these? So adept in this. What he refers is Vivaranakaraha. I hope you know what is Vivaranakara. At least just not exactly, totally, but Padmapada Acharya had written commentary on Brahma Sutra. I think you must be knowing the story. Who is Padmapada Acharya? One of the four. Here, one of the four here. Okay, one of the four prominent disciples of Shankaracharya. He had written commentary on, I don't know who is exactly there. Okay, I think the short, Hastamalaka is a chota fellow. Okay, Padmapada Acharya. He had written the commentary on, not commentary, Tika on Brahma Sutra Bhashya, not commentary. Brahma Sutra Sutra Bhashya was there. On that he wrote the Tika, and he had written, he wanted to go on pilgrimage after Parivrajaka. He sought the permission of his Acharya, I would like to go. But he had now big grantha, Tika on Brahma Sutra Bhashya, how big it will be. Now where to keep it? Because all the, not that air-conditioned car was available and he can go anywhere as such. He has to walk in those days from one corner of India to other corner of India. How can he carry such a valuable manuscript as such? Where in the means it will be difficult, in the rain, etc. he has to go. So he thought that let me keep this in a safe place so that after my return I can take it. He had no special room which he can lock and go. Okay, not like present day ashram. So you can keep the books, etc. Lock and go. No. So there such a facilities were not there. So he had to keep in a safe place. He thought his mama was there. His mama, maternal uncle. So his maternal uncle was there. And he said, this is a very safe place to keep. And he approached his uncle and told, I am going on pilgrimage. Please keep this, the grantha. So this text, you please keep. I will collect after the Prophet. Okay, after all, nephew, that's well and good. He kept it. And he went on pilgrimage. This maternal uncle was curious to know what this guy has written. After all, he is a senior person. This fellow who has come yesterday only. So what this guy is reacting, etc. and gone after some Swami and because Shankaracharya. So he said, what this guy has written? Let me see. He was curious and he was going through that. This uncle was a great karmatha. Staunch karmi means his philosophy is nothing but karma and karma alone. And when he saw this tika, outright karma kanda is dismissed. He said, my God, such a blasphemy. See, against the karma kanda, because he doesn't know what is the Vedanta, what is Advaita, that's karma he knows, Anushtana he knows, etc. Such totally against the karma kanda, etc. He said, this is a very dangerous textbook. This should not be publicized at all. It should not come in the hand of anybody else because it totally dismisses the karma kanda. So that much he found. Now what is to be done? That book cannot be just left like that. At the same time, what he can't destroy because he is answerable to his nephew. Though he is a younger person, but he has to say what happened. So he thought over that and he hit upon a plan. He had 2 houses. In the one house it was there. So what did he do was, he transferred all belongings from this house to other house and kept only this manuscript of the Tika on the Sutra Bhasha on that. And he set the fire to his house. Because, you see, he set the fire to his house. Rest all things he removed. And in that, this manuscript of this Tika got burned. Now, when Padmapadacharya came and asked for the manuscript, he says, Beta, what to do? The house got burned. Safe, is it not? I have not burned it. The house got burned. Padmapadacharya could not tolerate. Tolerate means he could not bear the destruction of the manuscript because he had put that much of effort. Now, why not write again? Such things don't work. Once that inspiration is there, with which has been done, it doesn't work. A long face went to his Guru. Bhagavan, this is what happened. The manuscript. They say, Shankaracharya told him, look, once you had brought that manuscript to me, just to show what you have done, and you have read out the Tika up to the 5th pada. 5th pada means the first chapter 4 padas and the first pada of the 2nd chapter 5 padas. Whatever that you had read in front of me, I remember. Come on, now you take down. Do the stenographer's job now. They say that he just dictated from his memory what he had written. And that is that. And that is known as Panchapadika. That is what they say. But actually, 5 padas, tikas are not available. What is available is only Chatussutri. Panchapadika means what tika is available today is only on the 4 sutras and not the 5 padas, but the tikakaras justify the name of Panchapadika for the Chatussutri tika only as such. They have got the way of this thing. Let us not bother about that. So, but this is what is called as, this tika is called as Panchapadika. On that, the Vivarana is further elaboration. So there in the Vivaranakara again problem comes there. There are not two schools of thoughts, okay? Bhamati you must have, Bhamati and Vivarana. This is a prakriya. Like the Advaita, Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita or Sankhya school of thought, Yoga school of thought, like these darshanas, not like Advaita there are divisions. No? Certain prakriyas, the way of handling the subject matter. Bhamati also accepts Advaya Brahma. Tatparya they don't differ. But the mode, there is slight difference of opinion is there. So that's okay. So it is meant for scholars to analyze, etc. But as far as what we follow is Vivarana. What we follow is actually Vivarana way of thinking. It is just in terms of certain prakriyas. Actually, any prakriya, you see, by itself is not important. With the help of prakriya, what you arrive at, that is important. So, though prakriya may differ, finally what you arrive at, one and the same tatparya nishaya, Jiva Brahma, Aikya. There is no doubt about that. But in certain places, in minor points, there some difference of opinion may be there. So whatever. Of course, there again lot of argument goes on between how this is not that way, this is that way, Bhamati, Vivaranakara, etc. Lot of arguments go on. That's fine. But this is what is called as a Vivaranakaraha. So those who have further elaborated the Panchapadika, they are called as the Vivaranakaraha. So they have made it clear that Ajnana vrittis are subtle in nature, whereas the Buddhi vrittis are very clear. The clarity is there. And because in the sleep, due to lack of clarity, I experience this. Such an experience is not there. Such a notion, identification is not available in the deep sleep state. Deep sleep state. Okay. This means Jiva with the exclusive upadhi of Anandamaya Kosha experiences Brahmananda or Brahma Sukha in the state of deep sleep condition. Okay, deep sleep state. Question is, Pramana Kushala will come now. Sir, what is the Pramana for this? On what basis do you say so? Maybe what you have analyzed and established, I agree. But I would like to know the Pramana. Does Shruti say about this? Or it may be your brainwave. You may be a superb, that means spinner. You can just spin anything from your brain. No, it is based on Shruti Pramana also. Shruti also says that the Jiva with the exclusive Anandamaya Kosha in the deep state experiences Brahmananda only. Where is it said? That is now will be told. Tika. Nanu Anandamayaha Brahmanandam Sukshmabhi Avidyavrittibhi Bhunte iti atra Kim Pramanam iti ataha aha. Question is like this. Anandamayaha. Anandamayaha means Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha. Brahmanandam Bhunte. Experiences Brahmananda. How? Sukshmabhi avidyavrittibhi. By the very subtle avidyavrittis, the vrittis on account of ignorance which are available in the deep state in Anandamaya Kosha. So vrittibhi bhungte experiences iti atra. In the means with respect to this particular fact, kim pramanam? What is the pramana? Where do you find the pramana for this? Or maybe you are just imagining, or maybe you are guessing it may be so. No, it is not just a guessing. There is a pramana. What is that? In many Shrutis speak to the effect that the Ananda in the, that is that the Jiva with the exclusive Anandamaya Kosha in the deep sleep state experiences the Brahmananda. So for which a sample quotation, first he says there are many Shrutis, and then a sample quotation from Mandukya Upanishad is being given. First he says, Shrutis speak about this. Mandukya tapaniyadi Shrutishve tadati sputam Anandamaya bhoktritvam Brahmanande cha bhogyata. Anandamaya bhoktritvam Brahmanande cha bhogyata. Add iti etad. Okay, there you take the sandhi breaking. Mandukya tapaniyadi shrutishu etad atisputam. Shrutishu etad atisputam. Okay. Bhogyata iti etad Mandukya tapaniyadi shrutishu atisputam asti or kathitam. So this fact, what is it? Anandamaya bhoktritvam. Anandamaya bhoktritvam means the Anandamaya kosha has got the status of bhokta, the experiencer. So the status of experiencer for the Anandamaya kosha means the deep sleep state. Bhoktritvam. Okay, what does the experience there? Brahmanande cha bhogyata. Brahmananda is that which is experienced. Brahmananda has the status of something being experienced. You may say, experiencer is there in the ignorant state. That also is in the dormant form, not clearly. Already reason is given. What is that? Spashta vrittis are not there. And then how it is Brahmananda, then the Triputis are there. Triputis are not expressly manifest, but ignorance is still there. They say that will come, that ignorance. After this much of elaboration, so one may think, after all, deep sleep state is Brahmananda. We all invariably sleep every day. So therefore everyone gets the Brahmananda every day. Therefore why bother? Therefore we should be what? Krutarthaha, is it not? Muktaha, should it not be so? So the Purva Paksha is going to come there. He says, yes, provided you know that Brahmananda is you. Jnana is there. How to get that jnana? Good old story. Go to a guru and then what do? Study the Shastra. Is going to come. Some may be very happy. This is very nice. Deep sleep state is what? Brahmananda. We are undergoing that. So that's what the Purva Paksha is asked. If that is the case, all lazy fellows will be what? Muktaha. Is it not? Because they are more in Brahmananda than other persons. Quantitatively, time-wise, because they sleep more than others. Lazy fellows always they sleep. So like that it will be there. No, you will see that. All will be answered, okay? You just have patience. Anandamaya bhoktritvam, okay, and Brahmanandecha bhogyata. The status of something experiencing, that Brahmanda. What is experienced is Brahmanda. This is etad, means this fact. Mandukya tapaniyadi shrutishu. In these shrutis, Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Tapaniya, that's what is called Nrisimhottara Tapaniya Upanishad, Nrisimha Purva Tapaniya Upanishad. It's the name of certain Upanishad. So therefore, in such shrutis, Upanishad, etadis atisputam is very clearly told. So he did not entertain doubt to the effect. Is there any pramana to show that what is experienced in the deep sleep state is by Anandamaya kosha, and this what is the yes, one who experiences the Anandamaya kosha, and what is the experience the Brahmanda? Is it so? Yes, pramana is there. So okay, so that was having told that such a pramana is verily there. One sample pramana he gives from the Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad, the fifth mantra. So that reads as Sushupta sthana eki bhutaha prajnana ghana evanandamayaha hi ananda bhuk cheto mukhaha iti Mandukya Shruti-gatam Vakyam Arthataha Patati. So what is that? The mantra is Sushupta sthanaha Eki bhutaha Prajnana ghanaha eva Anandamayaha hi Anandabhuk Cheto Mukhaha. The meaning, let the author himself explain, okay? Author, one by one, this word. This is the quotation of Mandukya. In the subsequent stanzas, each and every word from this Mandukya Upanishad he is explaining. Let him explain that. We need not separately take this, because these words, what are those? Sushupta sthana, of course, is understood. That is not explained there. But Sushupta sthana, one who is in the state of deep sleep. Okay. Then Eki Bhutaha, etc. All these, that is, he is explaining. But first, he just gives the meaning of this mantra in nutshell in stanza 68. This is what is told in the Mandukya Upanishad. So therefore, verily the pramana is there. Having told that, thereafterward, what these words one by one mean, he elaborates in the subsequent stanza. So that is Vakyam Arthataha Patati. Difference is there. Shabdataha Patati and Arthataha Patati. What is the difference? Shabdata means literally he quotes, means exactly as in the particular original. It can be anything. Arthata means the essence, just the meaning of it. It is not totally in accordance with the mula. The original is not cited there, but the meaning of that, sum and substance of that is given in Arthataha Patati. What is that now? That Mandukya quotation, he gives the meaning. Eki bhutas sushuptastha prajnana ghanatam gataha Anandamaya ananda bhukte tomaya vrittibhihi Eki bhutaha sushuptasthaha prajnana ghanatam gataha Anandamayaha Chetomaya vrittibhihi Ananda bhuk bhavati Bhavati to be added. Ananda bhuk bhavati. These are all the words from the Mandukya. Of course, they will be explained in the subsequent stanzas. We will just see now. Eki bhutaha. What is Eki bhutaha? Ekakaratam praptaha. One who has got the ekakarata, means homogeneousness. No distinctions at all. Just homogeneous. Means, will be seen in the next stanza 69, that Vijnanamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha are dissolved. Vijnanamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha, they project the distinct features. The Triputi, etc., this is projected by Vijnanamaya Kosha. Here he says, Eki bhutaha, ekakartam prapta, means that projection is not there because Vijnanamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha are dissolved in that state. Will be explained in the next stanza, and what exactly that ekakarta will be also seen. Ekakartam praptaha means these two these koshas are dissolved and therefore clear or particular knowledge or experience is not there, or experience of the object, etc. is not there. Okay. Sushuptasthaha. Sushuptastha means not just abiding in the Sushupti. Sushuptabhimani, one who is identified with that particular kosha, Anandamaya kosha. Jiva, who is, or Atma, identified with the Anandamaya kosha, Sushuptastha. Literally, one who is in the deep state means identified with that Anandamaya kosha, Sushuptastha. Prajnana ghanatam gataha. One who has got, ghanatam gataha means prapta. One has acquired the status of prajnana ghanata. Prajnana means the knowledge of particular thing in terms of vishayas, etc. Like ghata, pata, all this means a particular knowledge of a vishaya. So those all what happened. Those prajnana means vijnanas, the particular knowledge, the different types of knowledge. Ghanatam gataha. All have got ghanata means solidification, as it were. Means they are not distinct, they are one. Like, like from the wax, different dolls are made. And afterwards, all the dolls are put together and pressed. What will happen? All dolls have become ghanatam gataha. They have become one homogeneous thing without any distinct features. So